Hi, welcome to my channel, Stuff of Love. I'm so glad that you're here. And I'm Dr. Lori Buckley. I am a licensed psychologist and a relationship therapist and an AASECT certified sex therapist. Today, I'm going to be talking about ways that you can use card decks to improve your relationship and your sex life. So I love using card decks and I recommend them to all of my clients because they're just a fun and easy way to add some romance and some passion into your life. Now, I did create my own card deck for couples called CPR for Love, and I'll be talking about that one last. But you can find these other card decks that I'm talking about at my store, stuffoflove.com as well, and some of them you can find on Amazon. A couple of card decks that I love to recommend that are great for just promoting some conversation and getting to know each other better. This could be in a new relationship. It could also be in a relationship that you've been in for a while. So the first one is called Table Topics. It looks something like this. You can get these at Amazon, and there's all different kinds. There are table topics for couples, for dating, for families, for dinner parties, and those are great for promoting more conversation. Another one that actually a client told me about that's kind of interesting, and there's 3 different stages. It gets a little bit more intense with each one, is called We're Not Really Strangers. Pretty popular right now. Also can be found at Amazon. So these are very deep and specific questions to really get to know someone. And this is probably better for people who know each other a little bit. Could be with a new person, but really meant to really get to know someone on a much deeper level. Not for the faint of heart. So another one you can try, and you can find that at Amazon. Now, a couple of decks specifically for couples, you can find this on my website, I'll put the link below, are the Promises card deck. And I have a couple of them. This one is the naughty one, and then I also have the sexy one. The sexy one is a little tamer than the naughty, but you know, it depends on what you want. I believe there's about 20, maybe a little bit more than 20 cards in each deck. It's really nicely packaged, really quite beautiful, these cards. Here's what they look like. And I'm gonna read some of them just so you can get an idea. So these are the sexy boudoir promises. So I'm gonna read you some. Here's one. I promise to put on a show by masturbating while you watch. By the way, these are not my promises to you. These are promises that you can read with your partner. Just thought I'd put that out there. So I promise to put on a show by masturbating while you watch. These are nice little gifts. One way to kind of spice up a day. I mean, look at, you can put this on your partner's plate after you serve dinner. That would be exciting. You could also put it in their briefcase or their pocket or their purse before they go to work. You know, these are ways that you can really spice up your relationship and your sex life. These are fun things to do. And the card decks just make it easy. Now, if you don't want to buy a card deck, you can create your own, but these make it kind of easy breezy for you to do. I promise to give you 5 minutes of oral sex before making love. You know, maybe you did something to piss your partner off. You can throw them a promise card. Here, baby, how about this? Would this make it up to you? You might be surprised. It could work. I promise to give you a lap dance or strip tease. That's a fun one. And I'll read one more from the sexy cards. I promise to blindfold and kiss, lick, and nibble your body. Now, come on. I mean, these are cards that anybody would be happy to get. I'm going to read you some from the naughty. They're a little bit naughtier. That's why they're called naughty instead of sexy. So why would you want the sexy and the naughty? Well, it gives you more to choose from. You have some options. Again, these are really quite beautiful. So let's read some. I promise to fulfill one of your kinky fantasies. I promise to write an explicit love letter or email and then act it out. I mean, these are things that really can spice things up. Get your partner thinking about you and you thinking about what's going to be happening as well. And these are things that we do at the beginning of a relationship, but we often forget after we've been in a relationship for a while. Let me read 2 more. I promise to coat your body with massage oil and then wrestle naked. That's a fun one. And one more. I promise to let you blindfold me and then have your way. So again, these are just some examples. So the next one's my favorite one, and it's the one I created. And I created this card deck because I saw a need for it. It's called CPR for Love, and there are 90 cards in this deck. And there's about 30 each for each different category. C for connection, P for passion, and R for romance. Now, let's start with connection. So the connection cards, and they look like this, they're all different and color-coded. The connection cards, you can start with that and then you can work your way up. I say connection, then romance, then passion, but hey, you can do whatever you want. You can focus on one at a time. You can move your way through, or you can mix them all up. You can do whatever you want with the deck. That's what's so nice about it, is you get to pick however you want to use it. The connection cards are questions specific to getting to know one another better and asking some provocative questions. I'm going to read some of them. So we're starting with connection. How would you describe your partner to someone who has never met them? I think that's a really interesting question. I like that question. You get to know a lot about how somebody thinks of you. Describe one of your happiest childhood memories. Now, these are questions maybe you've already answered with your partner, but I promise you will find lots of questions here that you probably couldn't answer. And if you can, that's really great too. It just confirms that you do know your partner really well. Let me read a couple of more. Describe your perfect day. I love that question. I ask my clients that question all the time. I think you get to know a lot about somebody when you ask them to describe their perfect day. Also a really great question if you're just getting to know someone and you're dating. And these could be used for dating. What do you enjoy doing when you're all alone that you would prefer people didn't know? So that's a pretty good question too. You can really get to know somebody with that question. So the next one I'm going to read, I'm going to go into romance. So the reason why the romance cards are nice, the connection is getting to know somebody. Romance isn't sexual, but it is letting your partner know that they matter, that you love them, and creating an experience with them. So they're all about experiences. And it's nice to have, again, some little easy tools to be able to create those experiences. Sometimes we forget, we don't know what to do. So nice and helpful. Give your partner a massage using massage oil with no expectation of sex or a reciprocal massage. I like that one. Write a love letter by hand to your partner. That's very romantic, something we don't do very much. Create a weekly ritual together, such as pancake Sundays or Friday night movies. I mean, that's something that's going to really create ongoing romance in your relationship. We read one more. Both agree to take a day off, so it has to be taking a day off, to spend it in bed, hanging out, watching TV, and ordering food. Now, these are things that often we do at the beginning of a relationship. So these could either prompt you to do it if you're at the beginnings of a relationship, but if you've been in a relationship for a while, maybe something you haven't really done. So let's get to the passion cards. So the passion cards are about passion. They're about sex. So they're things to do sexually. And again, you can pull randomly, you can pick them out, but this is a fun way to just add a little excitement into your sex life. And I'm going to read a few of these as well. Each of you create a new sexual technique and try it out on each other. The winner gets a treat of their choice. Now this really does, provoke some creativity, which I think is so much fun. Create your sexual alter egos, then have sex in character. That's something I often have my clients do. They always love it. It's so much fun. You can really just go crazy with that one. That's a really fun one. Have slow sex. Make it last as long as you can. Let me read one more. Have a hot makeout session in your car. Again, something that we did at one time in our relationships, usually most of us, either earlier on in our life or earlier on in our relationship, that we stopped doing after a while. So the CPR for Love card deck also can be found at my store. I will give you a discount below if you want to go check it out. And these are all decks that you can use to really add some excitement and some fun, get some more connection in your relationship and your sex life. And again, if you don't want to buy anything, create your own. Use this as inspiration for yourself. And if you are liking these videos, please click the like button below and please subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot to me. And I don't want you to miss any of my videos because I really do want to help you have the best relationships, the best life, and the best sex life that you can possibly have. Thank you so much for watching.